it's apparent for both of us, but we just go ahead and underline what is apparent for both of us. And we are father and daughter, actually biological father and daughter, and you're living in Canada. So first, let us start out with brief introduction of yourselves.
Okay, so my name is Haley. I'm in my third year of university. I attend McGill University in Montreal, and I'm studying engineering right now. That is about me. I've been living in Toronto for the past 12 years, but I grew up in Wakayama until I was 7.
Since you were 8, you've been living in Canada, and right now your primary language is English.
Yes,
right?
I can only speak English right now, unfortunately.
Although you are forgetting Japanese, but you learn Japanese through anime.
Yes, I watch a lot of TV and anime.
You speak a little bit Japanese.
Me? Right now? In Japanese?
少しだけ。
自己紹介ですか？私の名前はほうみです。今大学3年生で専攻 major, right? 専攻は科学工学です。他に何か？トロント出身です。
McGill University is in Montreal, is that right?
Yes, it's in Montreal.
The same east part of Canada.
Yes.
It's next to each other. Your province is Ontario, while McGill is in, Montreal is in what province?
Quebec.
Quebec. Well, I heard Quebec is the primary language. It's French.
Yeah.
So we're going to do, I'm going to ask you for giving some scientific lectures, especially the English terminology, especially the medical terminology. And I'd like to ask you about the difference between prevention and prophylaxis.
Okay, so I'm actually not an expert in this, but I will try my best to explain the difference between prevention and prophylaxis. So from what I understand, the term prophylaxis originates from the Greek word phylax, meaning to guard or watch, and it is commonly interpreted as preventive medicine, which are procedures and treatments that prevent something harmful from happening. Preventive care addresses the potential issue before it actually becomes problematic. The prevention of harm or disease is often far easier, faster, and less expensive and less painful than treating the disease when it is allowed to occur. The main difference between prevention and prophylaxis is that prophylaxis isn't just limited to preventive medicine. It can also mean preventing the worsening of a disease, minimizing the severity of disease, or preventing overtreatment of a disease. So from what I gather, prophylaxis encompasses a broader meaning than prevention, and prophylactic care takes many forms and can continue even after a disease process has been identified. Is that correct, or is there more?
Just intuitively, as a doctor, I think the difference between prevention and prophylaxis is prophylaxis is mainly about drug or medicines. I mean, and drugs that you take for prevention of specific certain disease. That's prophylaxis. Or sometimes it's about treatment too. While prevention seems to me is that the policy is about the policy of hospital, is the policy of government. I mean, as a whole. I mean, the prophylaxis is about one specific patient, while prevention is about society as a whole, or as a whole, one hospital, while prophylaxis is about on individual levels.
I see. Well, when I researched it, there was so much overlap between prophylaxis and prevention that a lot of sources just said they were the same thing. The only distinction that I could find was that prophylaxis was broader. Like prevention is before a disease occurs. Prophylaxis can be before and after a disease occurs. It can be just to mitigate the effects of a disease. I'm not sure how correct that is, though.
Like this, we're going to have more guests, especially Japanese doctors or anybody who are involved in medicine or healthcare providers to join us in learning scientific or medical terminologies. So today I hope it will be a good introduction.
Right, I'm looking forward to that.
ちょっと今話したんですけども、プリベンションとプロフィラクシスの違いってね、これイングリッシュモンスターの菊池さんが言ってられたんですけどね、違いがよくわからないというんですけどね。僕のイメージでは、プロフィラクシスっていうのは、予防薬っていうかね、薬のことについて使うことが多いですね。プリベンションっていうのは、病気を防ぐっていうんですけど、もうちょっと個人レベルじゃなくて、病院レベルのプリベンション、防止対策とかね、社会とか、もう政府がやるっていうのもうちょっと大きいところでやるような、そんなイメージがあるんですけどね。どうでしょうかね、ということですね。こういうような勉強でね、やっていきたいと思います。医学部受験英語専門塾ブレイブの公式 LINE を用意しています。その LINE を友達登録してくださった方には特典としてどんな英語の質問にも全員に漏れなく個別にしっかり答えます。英語で悩んでいる点について個別具体的にアドバイスします。今なら上田式英語勉強法のノウハウ集を全員にプレゼントします。この動画の概要欄にあるリンク先かもしくは動画内の QR コードまたは LINE ID からご登録ください。皆さんのご登録をお待ちしております。